Good evening, everyone. I welcome you all to CADNEST. CADNEST is an computer training institution. The managing director of CADNEST is Mr. Prakash H.M. sir. We are located at 4 different branches, that is CADNEST Rajajinagar, CADNEST Baswangudi, CADNEST Sheshadripuram, and CADNEST Malleshwaram. The courses we offer is CAD courses, accounting courses, development and IT courses, digital marketing, animation courses. When it comes to my introduction, myself, Pavitra, I'm a computer trainer working at CADNEST from past 2 years. And when it comes to today's classes, we are going to discuss about payroll. A payroll is a process of preparing an employee's salary slip using the Tally software. Generally, we'll have different level of employees working in organization. To decide or to prepare the salary slip for each and every individual person, we do use payroll in Tally. So we are going to learn the same. We'll begin with that. As instructed, I'm going to create a new company for each and every new topic. So I'll do the same for payroll as well. We'll go for create company. I'll name the company as payroll itself. And you can give all the details relating to your company except this screen. Once you are done with creating a company, as always, it will get into the configuration screen. So based on the requirement, we have to enable. And today's topic is payroll. And for a payroll, we need not to enable anything in the configuration screen. Just strike on enter and follow. But the GST is not required as of now, so that I'll convert this as no. Continue and accept the screen. So that we are done creating a company. Let's begin with the payroll work. Go for create and show more, so that it will show you the options relating to payroll. And if that is not active in your system, just go for show inactive. If that is active, it will automatically show you. If that is not active, go for show inactive. And here is the option called as payroll masters. So whatever the work you have to do with payroll, you have to begin with payroll masters itself. So I'll go for employee category. I'll go for enter on this, so that it will ask me whether you want to enable this or not. So as I want to enable this now, have to strike on yes, so that it enables it. So before that, let me give you an idea. When it comes to an organization, we'll have different levels of employee. Top level employees, middle level employees, and lower level employees. And for all the employees, the salary is not the same. Different level of workers will have different level of payments to them. To divide that, we use different categories and different groups in payroll. I'll just give escape and come back to make you understand the things. Go for create. So once I'm done making active, I'll have the payroll masters option. If that is not active, as I have showed you, just go for show inactive and enable that. Go for show more, and I have the option called as employee category, which shows the category of workers in the organization. As my example, I'll just go for preparing that. So based on your requirement or based on the organization structure, you can create different categories, different groups, and different employees. Employee category. So by default, we'll have primary cost category. So that is by default for all the companies. Except that if you want to create any, you can go for creating that. I'll just go for creating as if admin. Allocate revenue, yes. And allocate non-revenue items also, yes. Just like how did you do in your cost centers and category, you have to enable these two options as yes to continue with your payroll work. I'll give escape. I'll come back to the screen, masters, payroll masters. I'll get into employee group now. In the employee group, I can find the option called as category and name. This name is relating to group of employees, and this is for the category. And just now I prepared one of the category, that is admin. Except that, as I have told, we'll have inbuilt category called as primary cost category. Just give space. Press on the space button so that you will get the list of categories whichever is there in your company. I have one admin, and the second one is primary cost category. Firstly, we'll go with primary cost category. So under this category, I have the group of employees called as managers. Under primary, define salary details, no, because we have a separate step to define the salary of employees. Accept this. Now I'll give backspace. In the place of primary cost category, I'll select admin. Under the category admin, I have the group of employees called as main admins. Under the primary itself, define salary details, no, and accept this. So same based on your criteria, go for preparing different groups under different categories. I'll come back to the employees, go for enter, and now by default it is primary cost category, which means the very top level. Okay. So under this, I have to give the name of an employee. I'll just go with Manoj. Under the group, managers. I hope you have the picture. If an employee is working in a manager group, he'll be categorized at primary cost category. So that is why. And date of joining, you can give the date when you're working on licensed version, but not when you're working on education mode. Whatever the date automatically it takes in the education mode, just continue with the same. And again, define salary details, no. And employee number, designation as manager, functions, and which is the location he works at. And you can give all the further details relating to an employee. So I'm done creating an employee called as Manoj, who is a manager in my organization. I'll also have one more person as a manager in my institute or the organization. So I have to create his account also. So that I'll go with that. Kiran, under the group manager, provide the details of him. Yeah, just accept this. So I'm done creating two different employers, that is Manoj and Kiran, who are the managers in my organization. And then they comes under the category primary cost category. We'll finish this and then I'll move on to the admin category. To that, go for backspace. You will get into the category column. Here, select the admin category. Nandita, and she is a main admin in my organization. So under the group will be main admin. Fill in the details of that employee also and follow. And again backspace, in the place of category select admin. Navya, so she is also a main admin, so select main admin and give the details of her as well. So that I'm done with creating the list of employees who are there in the organization. So if you have hundreds together of employees, you can list everyone's name under their respective group, under their respective categories. To make you understand, I'll come back to Gateway of Tally. I'll go for Alter to view the employee details. And I'll go for selecting employees. So here is the picture. So now Kiran is a manager. He is working under the category primary category. And then Manoj is also a manager. He comes under primary cost category. And Nandita and Navya, these two are main admins in my organization. They work as the admin. So this is how you create a list of employees and their groups and categories. Is that clear? Let me have the information in chat box. If understood, yes. If not understood, no. Go for create and we'll again get back to payroll masters option to continue the work. Have to create the units of work. Usually the work is measured on the basis of days work by an employee, or a month's work by an employee, or an year based on the payment of salary. Or if the employee is working on freelancing basis, it consists of an hours. So depending on the calculation of your salary, you have to prepare the units. Firstly, I'll go with DYS. The formal name for this will be days. Accept this. MTHS. The formal name for this will be months. HRS, the formal name for this will be hours. I'm done with all the three simple components, that is days, months, hours. Now in the column of type, you have to select the compound to give the combination of everything. So I have to give the tally, the details relating to the calculation period. So I am paying the salary on monthly basis and 1 month consists of 30 days. So that details I have to give to this. So we'll do the same thing now. In the compound, first unit is months, conversion is 30 days. Wherein I'm telling the tally as if whenever you calculate the salary, go for choosing 1 month. That 1 month should consist 30 days of attendance. If the employee has 30 days of an attendance, which means he have come for the work for 30 days. If it increases or decreases in the number of days present by an employee, the salary varies. And then escape will come back. The next option is attendance or production type. Generally in the schools and colleges, the attendance are marked. Same as in the organization, they do mark the attendance. We'll continue with that. So they do mark as if present or absent. Even here will follow the same thing. Present, under the primary itself, if the employee is present for the organization, I have to give him an attendance and leave with pay. I'll tell you why. Sometimes the organization will pay you paid leaves, will give you the paid leaves, that is called as CL, casual leaves. Maybe 1 month, in 1 month you'll have 1 day of the holiday. So if you have taken 1 day holiday, they'll not deduct your salary. So that is why if I have to take a CL, the attendance will be marked as present. So that is the reason this will be leave with pay. Next is absent. If the employee is absent for the organization, then it is leave without pay. And the next one is OT, overtime. If the employee is working for overtime, then we have to go for production. Based on the production, whether he has worked for days, months, hours. So your wish, generally it is for hours when it comes to overtime. I'll select hours itself. So this is how you create the attendance or production type. We'll give escape, we'll come back to the payroll masters. The very next step is pay heads. As we have studied in the basic class, whenever you have to create employee salary slip, it consists of the heading in it, that is few allowances and few deductions. That is what is called as pay heads. I'll list them, that is basic salary, bonus allowance, HRA, traveling allowances, PSI and PF. We'll create that as well here. Go for pay heads. The very first thing I do is basic pay. So basic pay, it is an earning for an employee. So the pay head type will be of earnings for employee. Income type will be fixed under the group indirect expense. Because if a basic pay is paid to an employee, for the organization it is an expense. So that is the reason under the group indirect expense you have to select. And then the calculation type. So how do they want to calculate the basic pay? So the basic pay should be calculated based on the attendance. As I have explained, if the employee is present for all the 30 days, it will get the full salary. If he is absent for any of the days, and they'll have a deduction in their salary. So even here, when I have to pay the basic pay, I have to consider the attendance. So calculate the basic pay on the attendance. The attendance should be present for 1 month, because salary will be paid for the duration of 1 month always. Not any organization will not pay you the salary on daily basis. They'll pay you the salary only once in a month. So calculation period will be month. As per the calendar period, because a few months will have 28 days, 29 days and 31 days. So that is why as per calendar period, Whether it is of 28 days, you'll get the salary for 30 days itself. If that is of 31 days, even then you get the salary for 30 days only. So that is why as per the calendar period. And you will go for accepting this. So any doubts in this? Yeah, let me continue with the allowances next. The next allowance I will go with is HRA, house rent allowances. Pay head type is earnings for employee. Income type is fixed. Under the group, indirect expenses, because HRA is paid, so for company it is an expense. And calculation type is as computed value, because I want to tell the tally as if how to compute on the specified formula, and the formula is on the basic pay. So here I have a list of pay head. So on basic pay, I'll give the percentage as 7% for HRA. So whatever the amount you give for basic pay, on that 7% will be added back for HRA purpose. And next we'll go with TA, traveling allowances. Pay head type is earning for employee, fixed. Under the group, indirect expenses. Calculation type is again as computed value. The value should be computed on a specified formula. The formula is again list of pay head, select basic pay. On basic pay, I'll just give as 10% of traveling allowance. And DA, dearness allowance, earnings for employee, fixed. Under the group, indirect expenses. And calculation type is again as computed value, that is on specified formula. Calculate on the pay head basic pay. The percentage I do give will be 6% for DA. So this is all about your allowances. So basic pay ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ನಾವು ನಂಬರ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ TA, DA, HRA ಗೆಲ್ಲ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಪೇ ಮೇಲೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೀವಿ. So next we'll move on to the deductions. ESI, employee state insurance. As this is a deduction, the pay head type will be deductions from employee. So our salary in the nano ESI cut ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೀನಿ, or if I am deducting this ESI out of the salary, so I cannot retain that amount. That amount should be paid for an employee once he gets hospitalized, or if they have any withdrawal kind of work or anything. So then this will be under the group current liabilities, because my company is liable to pay back. Calculation type is again as computed value, that is compute on a specified formula. The formula is on basic pay, will go with 5% of ESI. And the last one will go with is PF, Provident Fund. Again, this is a deduction from employee's salary. They'll cut this amount. So pay head type will be deductions from employee. When it comes to group, under the group current liabilities, because if an employee is living in organization, have to pay back his PF amount. So this is under the group current liabilities. Or if he is there in the organization also, this PF amount should be transferred into PF account. So that is why my company is liable to pay. That is the reason current liability. Calculation type is again as computed value, that is on the specified formula we have to compute. The formula is on the pay head basic pay, will give the percentage 6. And accept this, so that we are done with creating all the pay heads, that is the basic pay, the allowances and deductions. Is that clear? Yeah, we'll go with the next. So once you are done with this, next is defining the salary. So to define the salary, I cannot do that in the create menu. Have to go for alter, give escape and into the alter. In the alter, we'll find the option called as define salary. As that is not available in create, you have to come back to alter itself, define salary, and now have list of employees, all the employees. Before that, observe this chart. Here I have a chart wherein I have Kiran as a managers in the organization and main admin manager. These two are quite different from all the four because here I have the name of employees and in these two I don't have the name of employees. So to define the salaries, you need not to define for each and every person. If you define the salary for the main head, then you can copy the same for the others. So that is why you have the separate step called as define salary. We'll go with main admin first. That is the main column. So here effective from 1 and enter. Basic pay. You have to provide the number or whatever the amount she takes as a form of basic pay. I'll just go with 25,000. And then dearness allowance. On the right hand I have a list of pay heads. So just go for selecting all those things. Select and give on enter so that it will be entered into your defining salary sheet. And here we will not provide any of the amount next to dearness allowance, TA, ESI, anything because we have asked a tally to compute on the basic pay. So if you have given the value for basic pay based on the percentages you gave, it will calculate all the other allowances. Yeah, we are done defining the salary for main admin. So now we have to see who are all the employees working as a main admin. So here we can see as if these two persons are the main admins, that is Nandita and Navya. I'll go for Nandita selection. I'll give the date as 1 and I'll continue. Now just go for giving as if copy from parent value, which means whatever the salary you have defined for the main head, that is main admin group, the same salary will be copied into the group of employee in main admin. So ಇವಾಗ ಯಾರ್ಯಾರೆಲ್ಲ main admin ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ನೀವು main admin ಗೆ salary ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಯಾರ್ಯಾರೆಲ್ಲ main admin ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾಪಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀರಾ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. So accept this and go for next, that is the employee name called as Navya. 1 and enter. Again copy from parent value. The same salary will be copied for her as well. Accept this screen as well. So now we'll get into managers main group. So here go for enter 1 and continue. And now I need not to give the copy from employee group because the salary given to admin is different. The salary given to manager is different. That is the reason I have to go for start afresh. Basic pay, I'll give it as a 50,000. I'll select DA, ESI, HRA, PF, TA and I'll just accept the screen. And now look into the list of managers working in your organization. So I have Kiran and Manoj. Get into Manoj 1 and again copy from parent value. So whatever you define for manager group will be copied here. Again you will get into Kiran 1, enter, copy from parent value. We'll have the same details except this screen as well. So we are done defining the salaries for them. So this is the major work you have to do whenever a new employee enrolls into your organization, or if your organization is new, if you are starting up the salaries as of now, then you have to do all these work. And later on every month to raise a salary slip, only you have to get into vouchers and raise a salary. That's it. So we'll see how do we do that. Go for the vouchers in the Gateway of Tally screen. Firstly, you have to mark the attendance of employees. To mark the attendance, the shortcut key is F10. Here we'll have the option called as attendance. So select this option. I'll have the attendance voucher and also the list of employees of my organization. Select the respective employee and then go for marking as attendance. Attendance type should be always present. For how many days you have to give the numbers. So I'll give as 30 days. Next, Manoj was present for 28 days. Nandita was present for 28 days, and lastly Navya was present for 30 days. So now you have to analyze the employee Kiran and Navya. These two were present for all the 30 days, and the Manoj and Nandita was absent for 1 and 2 days. So these two will have a deduction in their salary, and these two person will have their full salary. Okay, that is the reason I gave the different amount or different number of days present, and you can write the narration as being attendance marked so and so. Accept this, and the next process is to raise their salary slip. To raise the salary slip, I have to go for payroll voucher. For the payroll voucher, Control F4 is the shortcut key. To do that, I need not to define for every employee. We'll just go for autofill process. To autofill the payroll, Control F is the shortcut key. Type of transaction is payroll autofill. Process for the salary from 1/4/21 to 31st of 35/21, and because that is paid for the duration of 1 month, I'm taking the date that is from March to April. And employee category will go with primary first. Which is the employee you are giving the salary, you have to select that person's name. I'll select Kiran. Sort by employee name, pay by cash or bank, your wish. So I'll have a salary for this person. I defined the 50,000 basic pay for the managers. So for Kiran, we are giving entire 50,000 basic pay because he was present for all the 30 days. Accept this. To raise one more person's salary slip, Control F again, payroll autofill, salary 1/4/21 to 35/21. Primary cost category itself. I'm done with Kiran. I'll go with Manoj, employee name and cash. I'll have a salary for him. So basic salary has reduced to 46 because he was absent for 2 days. Accept this. To create one more employee slip, Control F, payroll autofill, salary 1/4/21 to 35/21. Instead of a primary cost category, do select as admin. Now we'll select Nandita, employee name, cash. Here is the salary for her. She was present for only 29 days, have 24,000 as basic pay. Accept this. To have one more employee, again Control F, autofill, salary 1/4/21 to 35/21. Employee category, will select admin. I'm done with Nandita. Select Navya, employee name, cash. Here is the salary for her. 25 I gave basic pay, so it is full because she was present for all the 30 days. So that's it. So every month you have to mark the attendance and prepare their salary slip. Your work is done. So now we'll get back into Gateway of Tally screen. Now we are going to view the employee salary slip. Give me a second, I'll drink water. Yeah, to view the salary slip of an employee, you have to go for display more reports. In this, we'll have the detail called as payroll. In that, do select a payroll report option, summary for pay slip, end. So it is giving me the option, name of employee category and name of employee. So you have to give the details as of which category she or he belongs to and whichever the employee's name you are looking for the salary of. We'll go with admin and Nandita. So here is her salary slip. So this is all her details, and this is a earnings column, and this is a deduction column. I have a net amount and gross amount on this. And also if you want to take a printout, again Alt+P is the shortcut key. You can just go for taking a printout, and you can go for looking into the preview, and this is how it looks like. I'll just zoom in. Yeah, so this is how it looks like. You can take a printout, get an authorized signature and give it handy for that person. Same while if you want to mail them, Alt plus M, current, from address and to address, you're done. And to export this into Excel sheet, Alt plus E is to export. Current sheet, go for configuring, select the Excel spreadsheet in the file format. It is by default. I'll give escape and send. Salary slip will get exported into my Excel sheet. Yeah. If you fill in all these details or the PAN number or ESI, PR account number, it will display it. It looks good at that point of time. Yeah, this is how you view it. Yeah. So that's it for the salary slip and payroll topic. This is how you work on payroll. So addition to this, if you have a more number of employees in the organization, you can add the list of employees. If you have more group, you can add the groups also, and you can create their salary slip. That's it. So if there is any doubts, do list it in the chat box. We'll discuss. And that's it for the day. We'll meet you tomorrow. Thanks for joining. Bye.